Madam Sidratu Aminata Kamara from the United States of America. It dedicated this song to one of the biggest organizations in the world. We had.
Yeah, made a crack on the mix.
91 big boy Pekin.
It's your double tap, see the ball.
Daily days.
091.
Yellow flag TVs.
Hallelujah.
Come on.
We are the organization. Don't come for every nation. We are the organization. Don't come for promoting nation. They know they mix my politics. They know they pass tribalism. They know they mix my politics. Yeah. They know they pass no tribalism.
This now we had. Don't can now we land. So la we all and fine. This now we had. Don't can now we land. So la we all and fine. Who know they back kapu. We had no mix bag bamu. We know they back kapu. We had no mix bag bamu. Go tell the brother sister them say we had don't come over.
We are now we are.
Tell her for me say we had don't come over.
We are now we are. We are the organization. Don't come for every nation. We are the organization. Don't come for promoting nation. They know they mix our politics. They know they pass tribalism. They know they mix our politics. Yeah. Tribalism.
Big respect to the one who will make we are team up strong one. Especially to you, by Bure Kablai from the north. And to you, Shenge Pierre from the south. Admi Amina, happy birthday in advance to you, by Bure Kablai from the north. You celebrate your birthday January. Happy birthday in advance to you, Shenge Pierre from the south. You celebrate your birthday December. This organization, the 3 years, December 2022. We did tell who members them all over the world, thank you. Yeah.
We are the organization. Don't come for every nation. We are the organization. Don't come for promoting nation. They know they mix my politics. They know they pass tribalism. They know they mix my politics. Yeah. They know they pass no tribalism. Let me tell you, wait till we are gonna do for me. Ain't no change life inside the world country. Number one, they feed the poor. They build outreach for the affected members for the flooding. Number two, they pay school fees. But you find the way them people them equals alone disaster. The people them, we are don't come for help everybody in this country. They know they for politics, neither tribalism. We are the organization. We are the organization. Don't come for every nation. We are the organization. We are the organization. Don't come for promoting nation. They know they mix our politics. They know they mix our politics. They know they pass tribalism. They know they mix our politics. They know they pass no tribalism.
We are Voice of the Poor.
Fambole muna kushe nuna adu. We are don't come back today for come talk about things where they happen. Now we on sweet yeah salo. Now we yo. Whoa. We let for do them bad things them. We they feel a more salo. Now we yo. Whoa. We are. And if we ought you, we sorry. We no mean battle, we just want for make we had go before. If we hurt you, we sorry. We no mean battle, we just want for make we had go before. Fambul, Kushe, how you dey do? Hope say you do okay. Well, we don't come back. Well, today, we been promised una yesterday say we go come, but this time we go look outside we buck with foot before we for done. In other words, we dey can't do revision before we promote go na next class. Well, until other people say when pikin not do well, if for repeat, well, that one dey up to you for see if a attitude and character okay for make it go repeat, because you know say all pupil or all students the bad character wey e dey repeat with, the one day wey dey come when na the new one who can't copy that bad thing dey. So he left with the principal, he left with the senior teacher them for determine whether this particular pupil or student for repeat na the same class. Well, we get plenty things wey we want for can watch inside, especially the first interview wey caretaker Bio been take in a joint, conference with journalists them, where it not be even begin for work find it, but then be don't declare him as the winner for the 2018 election. We can look this word, waiting it been talk, compare to waiting it do, and ask you, now the same? Well, as we dey wonder lili, plenty people don't dey point finger pa Dr. Kande Yumkela say, it not did look like it do waiting it been done the long month, waiting it been done the polymonth for. Well, we can look if not so it be and compare how other one then self-talent inside the office or inside the parliament. So, no go no say ya, me name na Sembe Pierre, the freedom fighter. And this na your channel. We are on YouTube and on Facebook. Well, we challenge still there on. We get 62,247 family members them where we don't get inside this wonderful house. Well, we as well get we other challenge where we as well they do. Yesterday we tell una say we don't get about $945 dollars. Well, as with the lead with the grab, now so more family members them they ragbala and help we inside this thing. Listen this one here. He say, hi, my sister. Hope you are doing fine. He said, thanks so much. God bless you. Have sent through PayPal 100 euros birthday gift. We thank God. December person too on the 23rd December and my daughter on the 18th December. We are all celebrating together. God bless you. People, respect, much love. Well, this one come out from one we sister and we mama and we auntie and we pikin. We na Salematu. Come out from Salematu. Yes. So we want for you use this opportunity for say sister Salematu within a no way. You pikin where they celebrate in birthday the 18th. When about 6 days from now, we want for wish a happy birthday in advance. And same way so to you, when me and you are just, well, I will answer big for you small, but you big for me one grand day. Just like when you go say, Jesus Christ born the 25. Well, the 24 and the 25, who's one first cap? Of course, na me first cap, the 24. So, you look big for we, but me say forget who that are big for. But still, we want to say, happy birthday to you as well. Well, as we dey go, that means say, we don't get $1,045. $1,045 now we don't able forget. Well, remember now 5,000 we want for reach for meet up the 20th of this month. Okay. Hold on. I think I mistake. Another one there on top of the back. Well, this one is sent for we 41 pounds. 41 pounds. So 41 plus 45 is equals to 86. So we don't get 1,086 pounds. And this one come out from one with sister we na Memunatu Dumbuya. Memunatu, thank you. una don't add to the cons. We appreciate you so much. Well, one other one still end because it make mistake in terms of the transaction. Where he say Monday, then they correct am because today the Southside you go for send the thing no work. But Monday then they correct am. So if that be the case, when we put Sunday together, pap, it don't go 1,186. So Fabulem, one for tell una plenty. Thank you for all of una support where una dey give to this wonderful family house. Well, as we dey talk about things, we dey talk about system. Them mami them na the village. Then say don't begin conscious. So interestingly, now they don't begin tell Yeliba for pass the message of the difficult situation inside we yard. Let me listen this. We come back just now.
Yes. Dondia poni play no de waka na tom. I go
Would I tell una say the one themself na village no understand wetin dey happen? Interestingly, I like one side where he say play done for waka na tongue. You know what? I mean, they doubt what they mean, but the producer called me to attention. He said, you know what he mean? It's the first day if you get 10,000, you could go waka na tongue, and then you get small thing there. He said, but that play day for all 10,000 go na tongue. He said, don't no play done for go waka na tongue. I go die you, So you see the system, So now you go begin to understand. And interestingly, them people here, when na them they actually feel the pinch, na them they vote, and na them they determine who that's the rule we in the after the next election. Na them they determine waiting they go on. Na them they determine how the government for go. Well, and na them same people here, we government not look the handle with respect at all. Well, if that be the case, let we see another set of people. As you go say, the first one where we say, I go die, no die, now from the terminal line. Let we run, go inside the Mende line. Because you know, say, this now we are, and for all man. Let we listen, waiting in Mende people, then self being get for say. We come back just now.
Abubakar na momi tabale luang
Matilda. Matia, abida ake.
nya de go papa ehi gwali
Maole.
Bebagba.
Be
Garinya na. Nya po yidinga sa tubo tongi.
Okay, ba be baga tilo. Matilda bobo.
Matilda bobo debe.
Matia.
Matia de mi ando.
Susu.
Kwema walo. O tete bilo yande. Ya.
Ena so to ka be nunga ja tinye ya. Oh, kita nyanga. Bo do kola bo tinwe.
Beba gba nyapoje gari mi na atangele nga atame talo ihe ohun patema san beba gba ba gari gi sala we da mbu mpu le pen mutole nyapo adama
Po ta na ma ngbo ma.
iya tun agu ide gatiro awo
Dinga satiro awo mamo. Nunga agbo ti ma he. Mara bi o.
Singelo ye nyapo lo ngamone go wa mendo ngamone go wa he ma chujon lo
Mara bi o bele ngo gbonu nga ja ma he.
Nge mama yi lo ngele
Do sembe lo. Ye na me na ngbatema. Do sembe me gari na ngbatema. Go. Koma he nunga ja ma he. Mara bi o bele ngo le betima.
The bottom line, you understand it? Me no understand no, but the bottom line, then they try for talk now say instead of that normal TV they can eat, now na guy na don't take over. In fact, now then they pull the guy itself like how they can put rest for people in a pan. And then they call Maada to attention, let's see. And this na sembe na this happen so. So we don't see how it's Alex. So from east, west, north, and south, this thing they go on the way out. It's not supposed to go how the people they not like them. And interestingly, caretaker Bio been promised we serious one before he come to power. He get a lot of promises them way he make. He tell we say the people on time for buy bag of rice from only how many? Almost? So almost. Well, we find out all of them promises they where caretaker Bio be make. Them promise them, then sweet what them. We been tell we inside the campaign, inside the I call louder thing again, inside the debate. Maada Bio not look they respect all of them there. But when you talk, no more they say now until you understand now the system the end Kuwait so Italian Ukraine so Italian all side all kind of thing now they get excuses for tell we wait be Italian. But this man been promised we say he ready for come and change the way out the country they go. He say it change and for we. Well, this change where he promised we, Italian say he not look the respect that he promised they. Well, this nothing where people don't they raise serious concern over. Say Maada Bio need for respect. But the interesting part of from when Maada Bio tell we say this not the situation, now it give you back talk now all. And now if you not give back talk today, go tell we say let we get a second chance. Let we not judge them the start of the fight. Let judge them towards the ending. So people now they ask question, who's them again? Who's ending again? If we not judge you now, who's still way before judge you now? You know? And this now, na situation where plenty people learn to look at, say, this, it look like, say, Maada Bio really know what they do. That is why anybody so far, we want for come and remind them of the things that we be done promise we, and they grip they put in a cell.
Mustafa, who said that we the young people do miss your presence, especially at AYV. Lots of wrong is going on, some of which I believe you could shed light on.
Interestingly, this now the time where it be just lost little bit some more, where plenty people be just don't begin miss the way how critically they look at issues them in the country. Well, now it don't go now about 3 years so now it don't go. So waiting they happen. Continue, Mohammed.
Who said that we the young people do miss your presence, especially at AYV. Lots of wrong is going on, some of which I believe you could shed light on. What is lacking is a vibrant opposition that criticizes constructively like you, Mustafa. This is just a message I received this morning at 6:48 a.m. Yes, President Julius Maada Bio has failed tremendously since he became president way back in April 4, 2018. The reason I've said this, himself on Friday, he went and had a retreat. And he openly admitted that the people are impatient and they want deliverables. They want to see tangible things. And I know he's a listening president, opposition, because as a president, I don't know. But honestly, President Maada Bio then listens. I remember when we had a discussion, he followed through the media, he followed through events, what's going on. But maybe because he's a president now, he listens to bad advices, but he's completely failed.
And exactly this now with the see so they happen. You know, because they listen to bad advices, because it always they pay attention on things and where they happen on the social media, and especially the waiting in your supporter them, waiting if feel say people them where they in your favor the talk. Now them it basically they look to, now them it they work on. That is why you see in most cases, if you see the social media, the young papi, the young mouthpiece them miss the target, you will find out say the one old government they miss all things. Now look for example, August 10, where they go take that guy, that green from Nigeria, we don't die from 1992. The social media take him and put and say this now one of the protesters them. Even State House take that day and Papi Sham say this now one of the protesters them we all gone. Come on day, go with them back now the house of Ecowas Parliament. The Ecowas speaker. The Speaker of the Ecowas Parliament shamelessly sit down they tell we say the protesters then be all gone because this government pay attention on waiting the young mouthpiece the talk. So when they get the issue on the social media, the government they get them right. When they miss the issue on the social media, the government they miss them and then they go with the wrong part of everything. And interestingly, that particular issue, they all just stop to State House. You know, like I said, no man, like chain of command from the social media to the government to the police. Even the police take and put them as wanted. That is why they told me laughing stuff. Now the entire Nigeria, you know, country as a country, they're all them bloggers, them all over. They laugh because we don't miss the opportunity for make sure say them pass correct information. But again, now this same government, they go and seek for funds, say they want for correct certain things. That is to say, want for train people them, how for look at fake information. But the government themselves not able to handle fake information. Then self the file fake information, they circulate fake information to we. So how we for trust the government with regards all of them things they are. Well, we're not waste any more time. A lot of things in there where we actually want to look at inside the program today. And at that one in there, we basically they focus on. So first of all, let me go quick and watch the first interview. This is a joint interview where Maada been do. You know, the time where it just become the caretaker of Yard, where it not begin for work 5518. And it been first of all tell we how it want to do things in the first 90 days as the caretaker of Riyadh. But interestingly, because Maada no say things that they were in as a president, as a caretaker, not go able for do. It been definitely the balance some questions them, and definitely not grief or talk certain things them where we be one for no. When at them we for use for Olam to account. But now we standing and make some points them where it go file we listen. So let me go and watch this particular video. We don't take almost 5 years now. We come back just now.
President of Sierra Leone, here in this building 10 years ago, you said we make sure that the Sierra Leone People's Party come back to power on one of our radio shows on Regionalism. Today you are here, you know, you've achieved your dream and your objective. So how did you feel, you know?
Well, it's a happy feeling because it has been a very difficult journey to get here. Remember, I've been here before, and to come back a second time, you have to go over so many hurdles. So within the party, it was tough, and of course, with 15 other political parties, it's been extremely tough. So it is quite a gratifying thing to know that you've won the election, and I'm very pleased about that, and I want to use this opportunity to thank all Sierra Leoneans, those who voted for me and those who didn't vote for me. It is my responsibility, and the task I have now is to make sure that those who didn't vote for me have a good reason to vote for me the next time. And again, I think it's also an opportunity for me to let everybody in this country know that I am not just for SLPP. I am for every Sierra Leonean, and no Sierra Leonean should feel threatened by my ascension to power. I am not going to discriminate. National cohesion is very much a part of my program. It is not only in my manifesto, it is something that I believe in, because I believe that to be able to make Sierra Leone a better place, no one region, no one person, no one ethnic group can do it.
Interesting. You know, when somebody they talk, you know, in the beginning, it be actually they talk fine. You know, but for implement now, waiting it be the talk, that's not the biggest problem. Of course, we all know so this now in second coming. If we don't come first as a junta leader, and now we don't come as a democratically elected government, president, we can call caretaker. And he say in come one, not for one particular nation. And he want to make sure say, waiting and call peace and cohesion. Yeah, we all live like one people with one word. Yeah, inside the same country. But unfortunately, because the same way he been there as opposition, if you don't tell in supporter them say, as a leader, if for be calm, but in supporter them, not for be calm. That is why if you listen keenly to the former SLPP women's leader, Fatmata Sawane, it tell we say, them no go calm this time. In fact, then they make sure say, then treat people them eye for eye. Then they make sure say, then tell people them say, na then turn this. this not the situation. And you find out, say, because of their support at them, not come. Because of the soldier team them, where we not say Prince Adin, we don't tell we say, then they pay 1 million leons every month for doing nothing but for cause problem. We know that one day. We see Usai, for example, the soldier team come out na treat, go na Belgium, destroy people in market, and then the IG run after the one them where they back and tell them say the people in a thief property, Usai them go pull money for go Belgium. Which of course the issue where if been discussed that day now how the thing happen and how they for pull out put under control. Instead, it turned back by the one them when are the victim of the violence. Moving away from that, we don't see this man in this interview to talk say he want to maintain one world, peace, and everybody for not for see him like a threat. But unfortunately, you know say it's just common, it's just obvious. Even in the first world nation, you will find out say people in the day where they cause problem. You see problem day all around. Instead of you try to put things them in order, you as well come and slap one. Like when you get two picking them. Then you meet and defect. Instead of you try for make how you can settle them, make them not continue for faith, you turn by the one and then you begin pamper the other one. Now that we see exactly happen. Now the pardon by that is why, now as we talk so, the government not able to come up with any serious report. Instead, prisons when not them the problem happen to. Now prisons then set up committee for investigate. Instead, prison when they investigate, now they come up to what say nothing no happen, now this and that and that. But because they find out say the one them all will get thingy one inside this issue, now the SLPP. Like the women's leader, like the Lyle and Slimmer, like the former, and that is why you see the former minister, because of internal affairs, because he not been put up by prison business day, they sack him. Lyle and Slimmer, when Fatima tell we say he ain't been there pan the prisons incident, who said they sent over 30 people and go next world. Nothing or they not do him. He still maintained because he did do the dirty work of the government of caretaker bill. And that is why you see, after Lilo and Sliman say the presidential guard go take the one military and nothing not happen. Now that's exactly. And we see Usai honorable member them na parliament. Ministers celebrate the captain when go and do the atrocity na Pademba Road. And then at the end of the day, this man points finger at the opposition. Like anything when it happen, it points finger at the opposition. Anything when it happen, it points finger at the opposition. And we see, Usa in your bodyguard them again, when we go cause problem at Pademba Road. In April again, then pull video, the dance na the house, Usa we the pay rent for caretaker bill. They tell people them say, if people them not say them bond them fine, let them come out na door, the term for the independent. Let them come on and do. Let them show them waiting the paper. Let them iron brush them. The military not do anything towards them. The same people them back. We are the one put long audio. The point finger he puts hand pan politics. Put mouth pan politics. They not doing nothing. But when one lady open a group who said they discuss politics, become a soldier, then dismiss her instant, automatically then dismiss her from the military. Because as far as they're concerned, the lady not supposed to mix for politics. But the Hungry Lion, the Iron Brush Squad, the presidential bodyguard, because then they do exactly going to McKinney, going to Tombo, going to Pademba Road, because that's not exactly what Caretaker Bill wants for do. That is why you see they not touch them until this time when we talk about too. Let me continue for listening. So the area of national cohesion, yes, Caretaker Bill, the truth now is set up the Commission of National Cohesion, but the truth now are just for icing. Period.
So I want to allay the fears of us Regionalism, but I'm here for everybody. You should rest assured that I am not going to do anything against any political party or any individual or anybody from regions that are different from where I come from.
I like this thing. If you listen 551 to Mohammed Kamaremba Mansari, it tell we say, Kamaremba tell we say, the term where caretaker be on the opposition leader. It listen to good advice and it get the country and the people at heart. But now, when in at the caretaker, it listens to bad advice. So look at it. When it be the talk, look how in face be innocent. Look how you see the kind way how in condition been there. Because he believe in that poverty life, before he come, he ascend to the position of caretaker. He be know how the poor people, how the average, how the ordinary Sierra Leoneans, the Yadonians them, they feel. But the minute when in face begin for get oil, in belly begin for big, and other things them, it totally don't move. Now in level, not to the average people. The level now, the one they will get money, where they get influence in the country. Period.
All right, His Excellency, you spoke about inclusion, and many people says implementing that, probably might be something very difficult. How would you do, part of your plan inclusions as well?
Everything you do at the national level is always a daunting task, because the problems that we have at the national level are never simplistic. When you have a challenge that is national, you have to get your heads around it, and that is what I am going to do. It's not going to be easy. People are not going to believe me at first, but when we come to realize that I mean what I say, then we will be able to get to where we want to get to.
Interestingly, even before I begin for work, say waiting in the talk, people not go believe him. He well aware of that. They say they not go believe him. So even after this, I can't tell you now exactly what it tell we. We're very, very interested. But no go.
And in terms of employment, in terms of entry into the military, the police, and other services, there has to be a standard criteria, and that is what we'll go by.
I like this one. He said then forget standard criteria for going to the military and the police, but we all see then there's here where the one we not get any business with military business. Now he make sure say he stand up, say for let he gets woman then for go inside the military. This first lady, like literally now he recruits people them when not supposed to be so, and now him back go after the day when they coronate them. Now he go and fix the feather pattern. He not supposed to be so. But listen what he say and watch the action where they happen now.
Going to do ethnic cleansing by making sure that politicizing institutions, or making sure that only people from one ethnic group work in any particular institution. Those who are most qualified to provide the services that are demanded of that institution will be allowed to work there.
But you listen this word again, and you listen to them, they tell me it been 3 years and they go around. It tell we say, not to who that qualify, but now who that support them, now they work with. It tell we say, if you not support them, or if you not vote for them, you go be others. And if you be others, now in they get for check, and not go work with you. Then you listen now to what he say before he begin for work, and where he don't begin for work, what he say. It's like, this now the face of Maada will be innocent. And this face now where he gets now the face of Maada where he very much guilty of all the atrocities them where he commit right now inside the country, and how it divide the country, how it divide the country along regional, tribal, and political lines. This face been get the idea because this face been poor, but now the face don't transform to somebody where look rich because of the kind unexplained wealth where he don't get. So the ideas are different because now of unexplained wealth, so you're not able to get better explanation of how the people and they actually live in the country. We move.
Because who want to move forward.
Could this be the dream of you becoming the president of Sierra Leone?
If it's a dream?
Yeah.
Well, most of what we do in life actually starts from a dream. You dream about it. I remember when Kennedy said he will land a human being on the moon, everybody said he was dreaming. When I said I will come back to the State House using the ballots, they said, no, you only know bullets. So it's a dream come true.
And with the announcement of the result yesterday, there have been violent incidents, and particularly between the APC headquarters and Junior Bio's residents this morning, and also the Abacha State traders refused to go to their normal work because of fear that the SLPP supporters will do something to them. And the public has been asking that you condemn the act publicly and call for peace and coherence in the country.
So, interestingly, from the day, like I say, this not just a day after we they announce them. If you watch, this close na be where the night when they swear in, you know, na the hotel. So, if you they understand what I try to say, even the very day, violence don't begin be. And we see how the police been do. But interestingly, me not in too much labor on the police. Because the politicians, them generally, they pay for waiting, then don't trust. Politicians, them and the police, I don't know who side they meet up. Where anybody within a power, na in the control the police, how the police will operate. So you find out, say, the one way politician, the way how politicians they control and instruct the police for do certain things them, and not call for, and we need for work on laws them, way for change that. But if not, today, this politician will cry because they're opposition. Tomorrow, this other one will cry. And then when you there na the government seat, that same thing we don't cry for. You do use them back against your opponent. Now we dey try for talk about so. But interestingly, Maada Bio, even from when he become caretaker, he not ever condemn violence. He say he be don't condemn him before he come na power. Hello, listen.
Well, before today, I've always said that nobody needs to be afraid of election, and I have warned all supporters, anybody who behaves outside of that prescription is definitely acting against the laws of this country, and the police should not hesitate to take action. The incident involving my nephew's house, of course, should be condemned too, because he lives within a very short distance from the APC party. He's had several attacks on that building. I think that is unnecessary provocation. The elections are over. The results have been announced. We should be one country, one people. We should proceed with life as normal. Attacking anybody is not necessary. It's not going to change the result of this election. So I think this is another opportunity for me to say to everybody that there's no need for violence. There's no need for attacks, even to accost anybody. What we should be paying attention to is how can we come back together, political parties, ethnic groups, regions, especially when we have voted along ethnic and regional lines. That is the daunting task ahead of me, to make sure that I blur the lines between the north and the south, the east and the west, and also the overplaying the ethnic card. I think that those are the difficult challenges that I have to encounter. These are things I have to surmount if we have to live as a unified society, which is very much necessary.
So this is very clear for you will not be understand. Long term, if you don't see video of police shooting at the opposition party, the office, arrest lots of people, wound them, carry them go na OSD headquarters, beat them there and all. According to the journalist, the provocation begin from Maada Bio in border or in sister in Pekin, when a Junior Bio, because it is very close to the opposition headquarters. So it provoked them, use the police back against them. We all see that situation there. He just talk say we no need for do some of them things that they provocative things than they. But for say me Pekin do completely wrong and the law need for take action, it not ever happen. In Pekin, they not ever suffer any punishment for what he do. Rather, the people them where been then at the party office, where they do their own things them. Now then police go shoot, fire tear gas spam, beat them, arrest them, and go lock them up. Up to this time, Maada Bio, when in young people them they commit crime, in young SLPP people them, in not they ever come out and condemn them. But rather, they want for let other people to condemn violence. For example, the August 10 issue, they want for let people them come out and condemn, whilst them not to condemn. We see outside the lower level election, outside them deal with things, then call on the police again, fire against the young member, then fire at the eye. We see that situation they not ever come and condemn that. Instead, Lima come out and say, and not ever see that kind of situation there. This not the situation. The person we actually want for unify the country, now we they talk about so in this case.
Citizens will be speculating or will be thinking about your 90 days in office. So how will you be like?
This one very key, and for less of anybody who is serious, they say married with the streets now from the bachelor's heave. Yeah. The same way so say the PQA come for better, you know, ask for no. So if you know say you plan for work, you know, plan for can they blame the opposition like you always done they do. When they ask you about your 90 days plan, when are the first plan down the way you get, you for able for talk about that. But I will listen to Maada you say.
I already have that. Normally, you get into office, there are few things that you should, standard expectation is that within a certain period of time, you should have demonstrated enough goodwill, political goodwill, that you are going to tackle the many challenges that face our country. So, I cannot outline my 90 days program here, but I will definitely tell you that after 90 days, you will be able to say that yes, he has done something in the past 90 days.
So this is not the problem. We been feel say the time way it go na BBC. I think that was Paul Bachibenga where be actually the interview and ask him about a free education project, how much you get for spend and all. They tell and say, and not go able for tell her right now, but they go talk her later because person we know waiting he want for do. Ibo, you know go can ask me waiting at my name. Where Asabi off head are you at the sleep awake safe if you not hypnotize me. Yeah, when you not play magic for me for that forget Asabi. They ask you what you plan for the free education, you not Sabi. You say you're not going to talk now because you don't know the calculation. Now, you don't become now the caretaker. They don't swear you a day after when you 90 days already don't begin. They ask you, what are your 90 days plan? What do you intend for achieve? You say you're not going for talk now. But interestingly, after the 90 days, the first person we can ring the bell pa we say caretaker be don't fail na Mohammed Kamarimba Mansari. So because caretaker be fail for tell we what in 90 days plans are, waiting them for B, Kamarimba tell we say this man don't fail. In 90 days, this not the nonsense thing the way he don't do. Inside 90 days. Because this man no say Kamarimba will be obstacle for him. Kamarimba will always the exposer. That is why he find always a means possible for Andulam and keep him. Na side way Kamarimba dey up to this time. Caretaker bio, talk and go, talk and come. Any student we bright, you know, ask for no. You know, you get different type of students. You get the bright student, you get the average student, and then you get the one that win at the semi, and then you get the one win at the dull student. Caretaker bio, in the governance issue, at the dull student. Where even in your plan, what you don't intend for do. But now you then go wake say tomorrow, what you want for do? You say, I don't get plan it. Now you can't tell you so. Anybody when you ask, say, what do you plan for tomorrow? He say, low wake first bar. Now pot we not so. Because by right, you supposed to know what you want for do tomorrow. If now for example, hey SMPP, what you do tomorrow? Me I want for wake first so and watch how the news then the talek. I know what I know. I want for watch the news. For example, I want for see say I edit by 12 o'clock. I for don't release first thing. I know what I want for do. But if you begin ask me, hey, but SMPP, what do you plan for tomorrow? I don't know to low sleep awake first bar. If you plan, if you fail for plan, you go plan for succeed. Sorry, you go plan for fail. If you failed for plan, you go plan for fail. Now exactly now the thing of this man. You they ask you about your 90 days, and then you could not even say a word about that. You don't even know what's in your 90 days plan. Off head. You not the caretaker, and we voted you the very first day when they approve you say, or when they say you not the caretaker of Riyadh. You for don't know what you for do. That is why interestingly listen, 90 days plan and not sabi. And then at 90 days, Kamayeba come and tell you say this man don't fail. Now look at 90 days and 45 times 2. Now 90. So in other words, half of that in 90 days where he not sabi anything. Now in that British Prime Minister, half of in 90 days, when at 45 days in office, he resigned because the woman don't know how to transform certain things them in the economy for let the country go before. But in 90 days, this man not able to tell you what he plan for do. You feel the joke? 90 days, let's just get them back. Maybe I not get that right.
Tell you that after 90 days, I cannot outline
No. Wait. Let me get the question.
The many challenges that face our country. So I cannot outline. I already have that. I normally believe as a
Low listen, I want to follow get the question. So you say we you waiting the man to reply.
unified society, which is very much necessary.
Citizens will be speculating or will be thinking.
This not the 90-day plan and they ask them for. So listen, citizens go to speculate or go to think about your 90 days. Waiting that will want for be.
About your 90 days in office. So how will you be like?
How you 90 days go talek? But like for example, let's make comparison. Honest by Kuroma say in 90 days, free turn for light. In 90 days, free turn for light. It talk say it for light. And other things them way it back up with 90 days. We see how it happen. But this man, then they ask about the 90 days, please reply back by what you say.
I already have that.
Yeah, we know say you get your plan of your 90 days. Waiting at the plan for the 90 days.
Normally, you get into office, there are few things that you should, standard expectation is that within a certain period of time.
Yes, and at this standard expectation, not tell me what we really expect. You just tell me what you intend for do in 19 days.
Should have demonstrated enough goodwill, political goodwill, that you are going to tackle the many challenges that face our country.
Interestingly, before he bend down there, you know, this man, you are about the many challenges that face our country, and know about all the challenges then before even the kind of power. So we don't be they expect say 5 years for the blame. But still, we want for no waiting at your 90 days plan, sir.
So I cannot outline my 90 days program here.
For say now I outline, you don't want for tell we or you not sabi who's one.
But I will definitely tell you that after 90 days you will be able to say that yes, he has done something in the.
Now like when you ask me say, what do you eat today? You ask me about what I eat. Wait number one belt you go know what I eat. How me go know? You not go able to tell me waiting at me 90 days. Waiting at you 90 days plan. You not able to tell me. But you say wait no more in 90 days. And interestingly, this in 90 days plan we not able to tell we. Now Muhammad tell we about. And interestingly, Muhammad tell we say in 90 days, caretaker bill don't fail. We move.
Past 90 days.
Thank you very much, sir.
One question. Part of your 90 days plan being that you have said you will not.
Because the journalists them not satisfied with the answer where he give. So the one don't tell and thank you because you don't glad you know okay. But now these other journalists they go more. Let me hear you about something everything they say.
Closest to the case here. Which is the key among that 90 days plan?
You see, this one very direct. You're not able for tell we waiting at the 90 days plan. But please, sir, tell we waiting at the key inside your 90 days plan.
Well, I did say I will hit the ground running. I'm not a stranger in the office of the president.
Hold on. You hear what he say? It will hit the ground running. In other words, he first of all they don't talk say he know about all the problems and the challenges then. And now in 90 days, it will hit the ground running. And when we talk about hit the ground running, it means say it will recover, it will fix the rotting, the rubbish, the dirty where APC been not left. in the time for tell we say the kind austerity where the APC government be all left. I know about all of these plans. So all of these things. Yeah, so but I still want the job, and in 90 days I hit the ground running, and by the time they say the end of the 90 days, you will see how they transform the economy. Now that's it right for Teriso. But in 5 years, almost, you're not able to hit the ground running. Rather, it's still the point finger by the opposition say now they wreck the country. So if the opposition wreck the country, where they be in a governance or government, what you don't do for hit the ground running, not knowing that you not get roller skates in foot. All what he gets na super glue. The minute when he hits the ground, na plaster bite, he just fix one side. Don't continue for listening.
This country. So today I started my morning with the day with the secretary to the president. I'm fully briefed as to where I stand.
So you see, you say, waiting I be the talk just now. You know all of the problems. So he first of all go to my secretary, when the secretary to the president, then tell them about all of the challenges them. He commodate, he ask different other people them, he work with them, and then he set up a transition team. So he know all of the problem, but yet still he want to hit the ground running.
And where the nation stands at this moment, I've had a full briefing of the national security architecture of this country, so I know the security situation of the country. I also paid a courtesy call to the president
and waiting.
Bid farewell to him, and also to get from him his experiences and whatever he has to tell me as somebody taking over from him. I've also put together the national transition team, which will interface with the current, the remainder of the current government, so that we can amicably take care of the transition which we need. It has to be smooth.
So this is not the thing. Yeah, I talked to a lot of people, including Ernest by Corona, the former caretaker. I talked to them, then tell about everything. He gets better thing, and then he put together a transition committee team where they work on things. They're able to find out certain things and then say, okay, we don't know all of the problem. First of all, let's start with this. One for recover all the money we be don't thief. We put together the COI. After which, una go they bring together the thing that we don't thief from the COI whilst we hit the ground running. So we go to recover the money. When that be a very good plan. Una don't thief, right? Yes, una don't thief. Una go to give you money whilst we go to do other things them for improve the lives of people. But interestingly, then the first thief man, then the open Mediterranean sea, as my brother can say, then the thief back the country. As we talk so, in just from January to February, March, April, then thief 2 million in just one ministry. $2 million, over $2,331,000. Then the thief, all in the name of where they land people out for work on this program, out for workshop, this and that. $2,331,000 in 3 months. But here's still the first thief man them. But when it comes to the original thief man them, then they get excuses them. Now the tenant and anti-corruption will say and not get enough evidence. After we don't show you all of the possible evidence, don't catch the evidence them on the site. They will tell you say not get enough evidence. Now then they tell you say they think of how to come back to them case then they. You see this the problem. This is Maada bill. Don't continue.
The opportunity to speak to the cameras and in our local language.
Yeah.
Well, I think me compete salon people them. I just want to say the election not for be a stress for we. The election done. Like I've been saying, we not for make violence as part of election. We done the election. The National Electoral Commission don't declare the winner me, and I want to say thank you to all, the one that will vote for me and the one that will not vote for me. Now, wait till we get now Mama Salon, and we need to take care of Mama Salon. Me, one not be able to take care of Mama Salon, so I need everybody, irrespective of which part of the country you come on, irrespective of the language we speak, we all for care for Mama Salon, so that instead we will care for we picking them and we grand picking them. And that's not the promise we have been make, and that promise I go on for keep. So I ask now all APC, NGC, C4C, SRPP, now make Salone a peaceful place and go forward with development when we need most.
Okay, so interesting. He actually wants we all for join for work with him, but what did he begin for do? Where it can happen anyway, but he can do a more worse than how it used to be. Now this government here we see outside and they call people them for sack them like when they call register na school. Alpha Sumari Kote na my best name than the pada statistics today. Alpha Sumari Kote in termination letter. Mama Fula termination letter. Amadou Bangura termination letter. Santiki Kamara termination letter. The first thing at the history of this country, when they call people in all devotion, like when we go school, normally like when we go devotion, we say okay today we get public exam on a mock. Yeah, so now we see long call register of the one the day and begin call Alpha Smart Kote terminate, Alpha Bang terminate, Alpha. This is the man we say we all come together and work, but when he come, because in team big, because the line long, it decide for begin to sack people left one by one. And then in not tap though, he come back and tell we say yes. When Biden they do in own, when they sack people, they will not say that tribalism or politics. When this they do they're not saying that this. I get for sack them. And if you not vote for me or you not support me, of course you not possible obstacle. I get for sack you. Because if me fail to man, I mean I get for ask. But this not the same man will say he wants everybody for work together with despite you traditional, you regional, you tribe or you political line. They want for work. Let's all work together. But how people go work with you when you the sack them just like that? Like what if Basita Michael say, you know go say you want national peace cohesion when the one them will get office. Where na office that they will get time limit. You grab them and just go sack them like that. Well, we been say a guy for sack anybody like the ACC commissioner. But let's go back to the audit service as we talk so. Auditor general and in deputy. 10 out and on suspension. No better thing not come out of that one day. But this again boils down to the one we say, if you not support me, if you not vote for me, you not others. And if you not others, I am going to get you off the way. This type program we have on YouTube and on Facebook. My name is Sembepie, the Freedom Fighter, and this is channel we are. Of course, we get a long way to go. We want to get 100,000 subscribers where we can call family members by the end of this December. We just get 62,253. And if you just join me for the very first time, you not subscribe yet to this particular channel, please consider for do so now. Please consider for do so. Turn on the notification bell after you don't subscribe for make sure say you able to get a lot of things them where actually they come out at the end of the day. And they try for raise $5,000 from now to the 20. Where now for the channel in Bade, follow we see what you can put in place for the channel. And then me Bade the 24th, and then by way in Bade the 6th of January. So we want for raise $5,000. We already don't get $1,081. $1,081. Yeah, what we would already get. So we still need like $3,019 for gold. Please, if you want for support we in terms of what we want for do, please contact Sitarmin. The ZELLE and CASHAPP number already there in the description box. And if you want for do MoneyGram real transfer, please do so and send it to Amina Bangura na United States. The reason being, CASHAPP and ZELLE they na United States, so we want everything for be na as a centralized something. So we want you for send you cash you MoneyGram, you real transfer, whatever to United States to Amina Bangura. But now we standing. We get we PayPal as well. If you want for support you can do that through PayPal. For the one that we not get CASHAPP and ZELLE, you can do that and send a check for the name na PayPal, Sama Koroma, S-A-M-M-A, Koroma. And then you do whatever transfer you want for do. Thank you very much. We hope for it. We know say we pass the 5,000 where we want for raise for this channel and for we bade them by the 28th. We get 10 more days for go. we not say you get able for Duam, and we go able for Duam indeed.
This song come up from Madam Sidratu Aminata Kamara from the United States of America. It is dedicated this song to one of the biggest organizations in the world, Weird.
Yeah.
Made of crack on the mix.
91 big boy picking.
I should never have a sit above. Daily days. 091. Yellow flags in this.
Hallelujah.
Come on. We are the organization. Don't come for every nation. We are the organization. Don't come for promoting nation. They know they mix my politics. They know they pass tribalism. They know they mix my politics. Yeah. They know they pass no tribalism.
It's the Weird. Don't carry land. So let we hold and fine.
I just wanna get this feeling only.
January 1, 2023, from 12 o'clock sun time to 4 o'clock afternoon time, Lantern go meet Carnival. That na inside the Afro-Caribbean Festival, we go be na Freetown for just 200 new Leon no more. And sef, you go get one polo and one wristband where you go well go the program for make the organizer them go agree for make you take part in the program. Can join the Lantern Parade from Radisson Blue Hotel and Bubble BN Ebenezer Calendar in Lantern to go reach Jigibonta Kappa with Caribbean stranger them. We get for come from all over the world. Then self they come with Dion style inside the carnival. Where for take part na $80 when a 1,400 new Leon. And for that, then go give you drink and snack for make you charm and chill as you the bubble they go. Come see costume, all kind colorful costume. And na so we no go left and give you jumbo stranger them. We self get costume them. Costume them like featherback costume where you can wear with your polo or be the top. You can wear and self with short trousers, boxer or other thing them. We get the typical Caribbean featherback and headpiece. And self, if you want for add some African flavor, we get Ankara top them where you can same way so use as costume. We get face jewel when then shine decoration where people can put that in face na then Caribbean festival. So Priscilla's hat and accessories now one stop shop for all your costume for the Afro-Caribbean Lantern Meet Carnival. Forget your own costume now for go na Priscilla's hat and accessories na UN Drive off Wilkinson Road or call them na 078-681-471. And for your own Afro-Caribbean Festival Lantern Meet Carnival ticket, call Eminence Africa na 030-200-555 or go na the office na 114 Pademba Road, Freetown. Not forget to forget yourself your costume for make we go show them Caribbean them say we self can do am. Now forget to Priscilla's hats and accessories na UN Drive off Wilkinson Road, Freetown or call them at 078-681-471.
Oh yes, plenty organization don't come and go, but this one come for stay because in M, not the heartbeat of God for help the poor and needy. It's the Sidra Women's Organization.
Sidra's Women Organization. They come for help with the poor and Sidra's Women Organization.
The Sidra Women's Organization will be launched officially on Saturday, the 7th of January 2023. This historic event go unfold inside Makiniton, right now the SLTU Hall. The time now 10 o'clock now morning. As the main aim of this organization now for help the poor and needy, the Sidra Women's Organization would look for extend invitation to all Soriat organizations, especially other sister women's organization for can witness this colorful ceremony. I say we makini fumble them. Let we not forget the date again. Na Saturday, January 7, 2023, 10 o'clock na morning, and the place na the Great SLTU Hall, Makeni Town. This organization is sponsored by a daughter of the swell based in the United States of America, Madam Sidratu Aminata Kamara. The Sidra Women's Organization helping the poor and needy is our passion. It's our passion.
They come for do their best to the poor, east, west, south, the east, and the north.
Afuma me no supported, kare mara fuma mone. Afuma me no supported, kare mara fuma mone. Anye antike, ali. Okay.
this program we had on YouTube and on Facebook. Thank you very much for you who don't like. Thank you for you don't subscribe. Thank you for you who don't share. We still get a lot of people. Then 314 they watch, and we get 132 people away don't like the program. Please increase the volume, yeah, and make sure that you like the program. And then on Facebook we get 137 where they watch with 110 likes. Thank you very much. We appreciate you so much. Okay, so we go now, and then we go to the next man. Before we go to the next man of the moment, let we actually go quick one and watch this particular notice. Let's just see this notice quick one. And yesterday we tell Una say we actually forget people them where if you get interest on any of the things them, you the contest for any one of the positions them. Now the APC diaspora, APC lower level, APC national, please contact we and we go gladly for make we able for talk to you inside we program, okay? So you call we, now we number where we don't show, and then we go able for talk about that. Well, we want to say next week Friday we dey begin the ball rolling. We first candidate where we get for do it a name Superman. Well, Superman they aspire for be the chairman for the diaspora region. Superman will join me inside this program on Friday next week for we actually talk about his aspiration, how or why he want to be the chairman of the APC diaspora, region. And then we as well don't get one way, of course, if we don't get one time, but again for come back when Abdul Osayo Kamara. Where I will get for announce to you the date later where we will get for Ostam, but basically it will get for be inside in December or this yourself. Well, it will get for be towards the festive season inside December, where maybe it will be the first person where we will get 1-to-1 for interview. It will likely be the first person where we will get 1-for-1 and interview whether in a makeshift or what, we'll get for interview 1-to-1. So in the meantime, these are the two people where we don't already put together where we get for interview. If you get any intention for any position, we no one family with nobody, we no one sabi nobody, all what we care about, contact we, and then we make the time for you for we interview you. Okay? Not tell we say we not be tell you. We don't tell you now, eh? And for tomorrow bye. Anyway, so let me go quick one. Since we talk about that one day, let me watch waiting na the schedule, waiting they don't put in place for this the election. So we see this one way come out the 9th when yesterday. It said notice for on the declaration of date for the conduct of lower level conventions of the All People's Congress APC party. So basically they say by the power invested is that in the APC October 2022 transitional rules and the regulation as they been gazetted the ITC consultation with the transitional interim internal election management. This all based on the way they in charge of this. They say the first way then at the schedule A. They say on Tuesday the 20th of December, when they do the first election, they say the 20th of December, they want to make everybody know say that they conduct the ward election. Where they say ward, that's not the one them where they like for example ward now they the council or they. So and the council of them, they all get ward committee. So then they do election for them now on the ward elections, and then all APC Congress party across the country. So all the ward them, the electoral ward them where they get, then they do election for the member them. Yeah, and then the second one at the 23 December, they say when a Friday, then they do again waiting and call election for the constituency. So after they don't do for the councillor when at the ward, then they go to the next step where they say constituency. That means say any one member of parliament get in constituency and himself get in constituency committee where they all executive members them. So then say when they do election for them when at the 23rd. And after that one day on a Wednesday when at the 28th, then say they do the district, say after then by district, they get a small one when at the ward, the second one when at the constituency, then they get the district. After district, they get a region. So for the district, like for example, Bombali district, Bo district, Kedima district, then they get the executive. So then they do again election for them, for get a district executive. And after that day, The Friday when at the 30th of December, then same way so say that they conduct election for all the APC party across the country, but this time around now for the region. The one that where the region, where they say region, basically they get Western region, Western urban, Western rural land region. You get Western region, yes, you get the northern, you get the south, you get the east. Basically, they get for do region because they get for get executive members them again. So then they do for the end day. And then they say the 3rd of January, when on a Tuesday, then the same way so do election for the National Union of APC Students, where they can say na they call NUAS. So and the same way so persons with disability wing and the National Veteran Congress. So this one are 3 elections for the students, then for the disabled, physically challenged, and then they get the one that are the veteran are the one that where they go say don't graduate, don't big small, where then get a union where they form. So then they do executive, they do election for them back. After that then they do election again on the Thursday when at the 5th January. This time then they do election for the National Young Congress and the National Women's Congress. So now 2 elections they do for the young one them and the woman them. So then they send back the executive where you get for the handle them. And then the other one where then they do from the 17th to the 19th, of January. Then say we so say then they conduct the diaspora chapter branch and regional convention. So basically they from the 7th to the 19th, then they do their own different election them. Now the diaspora. So of course, if you get interest for any one of them position there, you can contact me and then we can do interview with you for make you tell people what you intend for do. I'm not sabi nobody, not family with somebody. I know your party card not get me. So who that contact me now sabi, and now they talk to. Period. So if you come, okay. If you not come, alhamdulillah. Thank you again. I appreciate anybody who go reach out to we. Anyway, like I said, we don't get it too. Adulosayo, where actually they try to go for the, I think they, I don't know if they're organizing for the diaspora branch or the PRO for the diaspora branch, and then you get one way to go for the chairman for the diaspora branch when I'm med. Yeah, I think so. Let's just watch your name again. Medcare also. Let's just watch. Now I'm not sabi then anyway. No make her feel bad. I just watch and confirm. Yes, Supermed. Yeah, Supermed. So instead of saying one for Billy diaspora. So basically, this information. We can go now to the next stanza or the next category. Where other people can say category. So now we go and look into the issue of the Yumkela. Yumkela, a lot of people and on the point finger say it don't be dormant, they criticize the government, but a better one. So we watch. Waiting at the activity of Yumkela for me don't go to Parliament. And basically one follow. Now begin watch this first report from AYV.
Now been term for end the debate by the president in speech we be during the state opening of the 4th session of Parliament. Honorable Abbas Bundu, when at the Speaker of Parliament be don't say now only 2 people them again for allow for close the debate. And that's not the leader of government business and same way so the leader of the main opposition. But luckily, Dr. Abbas Bundu not to him preside over the final day for the debate. We can see Honorable Yumkela and same way so the C4C leader Emerson Lamina be end up debate. We if the debate, Honorable Yumkela been talk about some predicting them we not gladly with as leader. As he say, if for the part of certain committee and same way so enjoy certain privilege as leader, and this enough of big forum at all. Just after we say this, the leader of government business, Honorable Martin Yuma, be point out one case outside the NGC leader, Honorable Yumkela, been denied one committee with Ngiam. This been catch the speaker in attention when a Honorable Sengepo Solomon Thomas we make he ask the leader of NGC if not true.
The office is different from me. But for the sake of it, when I ask you a simple question, were you given a committee? Have you turned that committee down? If so, why did you decide that?
The NGC leader be the answer to the question wey dem put to am. Say e no be ever turn any committee down. Instead, na recommendation e make for making deputy leader chair that committee dey. This, according to am, na wey dem turn im dey e be chairman for the planning and development committee and same way so the agriculture committee, who say dem pull am without dem no even notice am. And this no be go down well with am, as he say if he don do plenty work na dem two committee dem dey and he get right for make dem inform am. As all this dey be, the provision wey na SO70 wey the speaker and deputy speaker dey quote say na only 2 leader dem recognize inside parliament, and that's na the leader of government business and same way so the leader of the main opposition. But this thing here dey make plenty people dey ask one question, say why make the C4C leader forget special treatment even though the standing order no make provision for that day.
Okay, so basically wetin this they try for lay foundation for tell you say anybody wey dey na parliament then they force you for dance to the tune. It's either you dance or you no dance, and if you no want for dance, a lot of opportunity then dey where you dey miss out with. For example, let me make this first very clear. Anybody will tell me something in personal, I no go ever say I'm here so. Anybody elect how hard, how rubbish, I keep them and it will always be confidential. You know, but you get some member of parliament, for example, where then they actually do things them now in the favor of this government because they want this government for give them a lot of money when they go carry on at the constituency and go campaign. 2, because they want to be part of the travel. Because if you not there at the side of the government, the speaker now distributes a program. It not they give you certain programs then. So we see, for example, some party them like if you watch, let's just bring this thing. If you watch C4C, for example, most of the one them within a C4C where they toe the line of this government, then they get a lot of travel. They get a lot of travel, and you see if they get something at the constituency, Fatima they go, Maada they go. C4C now they first talk about. So what does this mean? It means say anybody where they inside parliament, you did it as parliament, even if not to SLPP you did, but you forced for you do certain things in their favor. And we see like the NGC, like the C4C, they suffer that same kind of thing. They C4C, the one them when not they toe the line of the ruling government. Then they sideline them, then they treat them anyhow. Like for example, at one point in time, Yumkela, plenty people will be here, plenty people they say, can they not talk, can they not work, can they not do this? But interestingly, I'll be first of all telling you at one point, see, one time, can they be there, now one committee, I think I'll be foreign affairs. One time they say, hey, can they now here Maada building go out? Because of the committee where they on foreign affairs. It get for. And it no mean say, if you then a parliament, you not get right for do things where for with development of the country because you're in opposition. Never. Because remember, the country, now we all country and we do work for let the country go before. If Maada will do something way right, we talk him. If he do something way smell, we tell him in face. We not just care about what he get for do. And if you listen one time, the truth now, can they at some point it been become dormant, but not for all time. So make it take for example, Kande and Cherno Bar, when are the opposition leader, I would say Kande and Cherno get like similar characteristics inside the House of Parliament. At some point, Cherno Bar they be very, very hard. At some point, they say national issue, but it become dormant. Because instead get Uda than the talk. For some cases, Kande Yumkela in party NGC get a structure. The APC get a structure. If you watch, most of the time, Honorable Abdul Kagbo, now you hear all over the talk. But you know who hear Cherno Bar the talk. You begin ask yourself question, Cherno don't sell out. Some people will say yes, Cherno don't sell out. Or Cherno not sell out it. It left to how you look at. The same goes to Kande Yumkela. Whereas Kande, you hear Dennis Bright, Femi Claudius Cole, not so in Partido, but Dennis Bright in Partido. Dennis Bright been there all over here, Femi, all over the day. They talk about things then. And interestingly, Dennis Bright is the chairman of the NGC. But Like plenty people can say, no, not to Dennis Bright. What thing can they do? Can they talk? One thing I can always say, we make we country not they go before because we not get system. We not get system. Now individuals them, we always they pay attention to. And we need for put system. One of the main reasons why make United States and the other first world country them, they move forward. Not to force they not go up to, not to force they not get sell out and smell things them, but then get system. We mean say, even if this come out, then they come, it is still continue with the system. But because we continue not get system, that is why we see, and it's by come out, most of the things that we don't begin put, Maada not go continue time. If Maada come out, most of the things that we don't begin put, the next person not go continue time because system not there. And we need forget system for make we country go before. This now for sure you say, one, this thing here, can the Yumkela of all, instead of the face a lot of challenge. Now the parliament then is silent at one point, even in Motuka de Nogia. Okay, let me begin see. Waiting can the Yumkela if he actually done the work, if he actually done do things then, where for make things go on, I suppose for go. Let me listen to this interview quick. This is not the time where it tell me about the rotting system inside parliament. So by the time it is done for talk, you will not say the parliament of all irresponsible for the backwardness of our country. When they come back just now.
By not debating the Auditor General's report, the ministries know that don't worry. They're going to be doing hearings all over this country for 6 months, and the report dies. Then the new one comes. And that is exactly what has happened for almost a decade. So we, myself, that's why I moved a motion that we need to debate it. And it was, again, we explained over and over. It is to help government. Mr. President has made, apart from free education, the fight against corruption, his mantra, from the UN to the World Bank, everywhere. He told us in 2019 that the last regime took $1 billion. It's here in this his speech. Yeah? And he admonished Parliament to work with him to fight corruption.
So I encourage all Sierra Leoneans to join me to fight corruption.
If we, the people's representative, are looking at provisions.
So basically, waiting we try for do, for see, waiting candidate talk, compared to waiting this government actually promise for do. So if you listen, he say, then they fail for debates the Auditor General report, and he don't move with them. And we all know, say, two of the few people that went on the move, now he and Honorable Ibrahim Tawa Conte. Now they don't move for this thing of the Auditor General in report. But as they see it at the day now, take to this time what they talk about, so they're not able for debate them. And of course, fighting corruption, now the main portfolio down there of caretaker bill. Let me continue for listening.
That can help him fight corruption. And we continue the same bad habits that in fact perpetuates the culture of corruption. Because as I tell people, it's a culture. It's a culture. There are people in the system.
Allowance for example, you get enough.
So now follow attack. I want you follow attack. Waiting candidate talk, waiting it try for present. Already we don't get something them what we put. So if in a talk say this na him the happen and this government we don't say, but now this na the thing that way they happen when really bad off, we will make sure say we count something for confirm down there. Listen and let we continue.
Kovac, he passed the pay we get as Deputy Minister and Ministry of Finance.
I go say yes. Yeah, I go
so
say yes.
So the risk will involve you work, for example, when an office work for coordinate.
It's not office work.
What's not the risk will involve now you work?
It's not only office work. Okay, it's a special dispensation where your work is an emergency. Okay, you're working relatively full time without stop.
So what's not the risk will involve in that?
It's a risk of loss of life, of contacting COVID. And in the process, loss of life.
But not to you to do testing, for example, not to you to go out to the people in a quarantine.
We are directly, everybody working in Ecowas is directly exposed to the entire risk of COVID-19. Okay, like many other persons.
Second contract, the time when they put they don't pass, how much they don't pass. They don't give 50 days, we never suffer now. Right now, we never work in our center.
The guy listed since the time of April up to this level will not get with pay. And we they cry to the big one, and nothing, they don't talk to we. Any saw put they say pass will go. Even we don't go beyond Freetown, when we see we call anti-corruption, then they say no. And this government they against to anti-corruption, but yet still then they go into anti-corruption. We enough fine.
Earlier, we all see during the response of this same pandemic, the healthcare worker them, when at the frontline worker, the issues beyond the come off, them not being satisfied with the allowance within the get. Then if we get on our way, like not directly with the people we get the virus, they see increase of payments even compared to it when the Ghana government work a pass them as allowance. Then the one that when at the frontline workers and get concerned. Now that's make we be one for know the risk where they are around your work, for example, compared to person waiting at the field where like they do test.
The risk of the persons, every individual where they work Nanakovac, is huge. Yeah, for risk of contacting the virus and then losing your life is there. That's the primary foundation of the assessment of risk. And then plus people they would know the strategic team where they put them brain trust into advising.
People just do not care. They say, don't worry, they will talk, they will do nothing.
Let me ask you this question as you say that. I mean, I don't know if I will be safe to say, does Parliament aid and abet corruption? Especially, I mean, besides debating the audit report, going back by one of your constitutional mandates to perform oversight functions, you are to go and probe into activities of ministries, departments, and agencies and see how those projects are being implemented. And if that is being done, that's a way of mitigating corruption in the first place. Is Parliament functional at all in that aspect?
Let me be very candid. I'm very impressed. I'm so proud that at least the country they open up. I don't stop for Gambia for the past like 10 years, 8-10 years. And for can see that the country don't open up to Gendema, don't open to Moyamba, Maban Bridge and others. I could say successive regimes, especially in the road infrastructure, don't do extremely well.
Well, me, I think the road construction company where they undertake implement this program.
Improper oversight, not debating the Auditor General's report, not checking it. Because if you go on oversight, you want to make sure that they're implementing the recommendations. But if you've not read the report, you've not debated it, what the heck are you oversighting? What are you oversighting? Just for sure? So this is why we have insisted, meaning what? If we neglect fundamental responsibilities of Parliament, of oversight, okay? If we neglect it, the culture in the rest of governance will continue. So this is why, unconsciously, by omission, Parliament, yes, could aid and abet corruption.
Okay. You understand what they try for say? Basically, what we try for do, you see NACOVAC, it basically they talk about how Parliament, the help, the central government, the executive arm, for make corruption happen in the country. By not debating the Auditor General's report, now one way that one day, because you cover blind them, you maintain them for they're not actually able for discuss things them where they of interest to the people. For all people them now the way they handle with money to account. Let me look for example. You see, that they say they get double pay. Then the one them where they go on, where they do the testing, where they go and risk their life, not they even get pay. 1 pay per month. But you, every month, they get double pay. You get pay as finance minister, you get pay as person where they work in a NACOVA. Double pay every month. Then you say, for Sidona office, everybody directly they risk in life. You come out there, this same oversight, plenty time, we don't still say the audit report to say, people and they say, honorable member, then they say, then they go oversight. Then the commodity come, at the end of the day, they not they discuss, waiting and go pull by the oversight. So, then just they take money, go oversight, go picnic, enjoy themselves, and come back, can relax. So, You need say you go oversight. For go look at what in them different MDs there they do. But when you go, the cargo money or the different MDs there go give a transport back. Even when you don't take transport in parliament. Then you can't sit down by the report. Even for sign say, na me and Sembe Pierre, na me by Bure, now we take this money for go na this social side. Una not the one. But at the end of the day, what thing happen? Una want for lay corruption done inside the country. So these are the things them where we see. Where basically, something in there, I can always tell you say, not of waiting you want. Interestingly, I've been listening to Adebayo 1, 2, or 3 occasions. Where I listen to them, he honestly talk say, member of parliament them, let people know the pressure them, because when they go beat them, not to you papa, not to you this, then they go for go beat. But again, I've been listening Adebayo before this time, been tell me about similar things like this. For example, Adebayo will say, can they not go work? He will tell you say, in the beginning, China no go work, or they don't sell out. Because now he don't understand, say, certain things then when they go to parliament, the government they do them by force. They do them by force. So some people and they actually want for work, but they're not able to get the free will for work. So for example, this man, when I can there, come out in this and talk about all of them big things there. Some of them things the way they talk so, now in the parliament, sideline and honorable give out for. Remember I say one time in the way honorable give out, we don't say parliament corrupt. He talk on a BBC. Then come on a committee, then force some for apologize. Honorable Tawa come. He say these things the way they go on so in the parliament not correct. Imagine that the same SLPP they cry for corruption. What did they do? Then come on a committee on waiting. Then pressure him. When he not agree for apologize, then send him go na back seat. He did it for how many months before they begin for give and time back for talk? This na the system. Corruption in the House of Parliament. From the very inception of this parliament, when they put that speaker, of course, say, then put that speaker there on a purpose. He did it for always to seek the interest of Maada bill and not the country. So anybody, when they feel say this, like when Maada bill say, go be adults to them, then they make sure say, then press param, then try for sideline them, do things them, wait for make it shut up. This is exactly how the parliament started. So when this parliament no say some of the things them where they go on for do, if they not get the number, they're not going to do one. They remove 10 members of parliament from the opposition. As we talk so, the opposition self get 3 man down. 3 man down from that fight will happen because they say they investigate them. And remember, the journalists will be appearing and will show say, it will reach out in 30 business days. If they not sit down by then case them, then member of parliament and they will lost their seat. You see how this government they do for finger the opposition party them. So see all of this and then say no, we can't be part of this. Let's go. You see the leader, you go. You get other 1, 2 members them, we go. And of course, me know the main reason why most of them go. One of them now for make sure say they get the favor and blessing of this government. Because they don't want to be seen. Now the constituency has not doing anything. So they want kickback from the government, they want other things them. So they get for dance to the tune. Let's continue for listening.
By not doing what it must do. This constitution was written carefully. I've talked to some of the authors. Why did you give Parliament so much power? They say we gave Parliament the power to scrutinize appointees. We gave only Parliament the power to allocate money and to come back and check whether the monies were spent properly. It's a lot of power. They say it's deliberate because we went through a one-party state. And some of those who wrote the constitution were members of that government. But some of them were constitutional lawyers. They say what we've seen, we don't want to happen in the new republic. So if we, the inheritors of this document, of the new republic, come back and choose to do the old wrong practices, and then we are all over the place saying we are trying to fight corruption, it's not working. And what we see now is that the people don't trust that we're doing it. Why? The perception survey. And it matters what they think. So if we omit our responsibilities, if we do not do what we're supposed to do, yes, the culture of corruption continues.
So now you don't get the thing. So at this point, you will ask yourself a question. When then they consider as leaders then in parliament, then they consider two people then in parliament as leader. Yeah? China Bar, opposition, and then the leader of government business. The other one them, now leader them, but they're not as senior as China Bar and the leader of government business. That is why you see now the last they make them submission. And you will find out say in some debates, them other one they are, like the C4C, like the NGC, no will get the opportunity for let them talk. But China Bar and the leader of government business elect out schedule tight, they must talk. So in other words, then they in control of nearly everything within the House of Parliament. Not, you know, compare the power which China get to that of Emerson Lamina and that of Kande Yumkela. The truth now, a lot of people be they expect a lot things them from Kande Yumkela. Like the way how he for be very critical about this government, taking into consideration how he been critical about the last government. But like we could say, something in day, something 10 a day, I go to make reference to Adebayo for today. One time or two time, I can see Okiyeri in a blast for Mohamed Kamarimba Mansare a lot. Then I can sit down and ask myself why. He say because Mohamed now one of the people them where make this government sit on power, where make the APC lost government. I begin ask myself question again, why? And then the question come with an answer, say the way how he criticize the government and the way how he do things them and the way how he form in party, then he begin ask again, are we in a democratic nation or not? Then the question is yes, but Muhammad then sell out. Then I begin for say, okay, hold on. If tomorrow we don't sit on a year, we talk about the bad things them way this government they do, and then Maada lost election, and then other one come where he can do things them way worse than waiting Maada they do. We for blame ourselves for that? The answer is no. You know why? Because let's look for example. Not a secret say, elect how you want for talk or you know want for talk. APC at one point in time been corrupt. APC at one point in time been they do things them where people not be elect. Under APC at one point in time, hunger been be the order of the day. That is why people become out and say, Tolombo no go sidoya angry boku. So now we dey into this new direction. Yeah? So if person criticize the last government because of things where they do, I'm not sure. Then we need for all the responsible say, now they make that party they lost, they make this party win. Or now they make we don't can get bad leader. We just forget a change. Now only when we get a change we go know. For example, we don't need praise Samura Kamara. Samura Kamara is honest. Samura Kamara is this. So how we go know if enough sidom na that position they right now? So when people give him opportunity, then Samura, like Madabio, go give himself the real color. We go know the true color of Samura. Then we go know say yes, we make a better choice, a better decision for choose Samura, or we make a worse decision for choose Samura. The same goes to Kande. Kande not still there, and I feel say Kande still there in between. Now Kande then at this position where plenty people feel say if for be very, very honest. And a lot of people they say, can they be a deceitful, a deceiver? Yes. Because the way how even they talk about the last government, not also they talk about her now. Yes, in some case, yes. But in some case, no. Because it's not easy for them you get people them of critical mind where you talk some of them things they are against the House of Parliament. Parliament no go against you. I don't bring an example of Gevao and Tawa. Now, if we get Kande Yumkela, we could be very, very hard and robust. He could be very critical about this government. You get Chelnoba, critical about this government. Then you could find out, say, by the time we the done, when the two heads there, they put together, now the parliament, we be able for reach some side. But, if even Chelnoba at some point, the speaker will control him how he wants. He will control him. Because The final person will get word inside the House of Parliament and the Speaker. And who is the Speaker? The Speaker is Maada. It's Maada. Now only Maada go summon the Parliament when and how he wants, but the Parliament no go summon Maada when and how he wants. And who controls the Speaker? Na Maada. So you see the gimmick, you see the fraud inside the House of Parliament. It not only did to one person. Let me tell you something. It is very good that we take up this responsibility for let people a voice be heard. Because at some point, even the best person way you think of, as long as it is inside the country, as long as it is in a position, you know we'll get the best of them. The same way can they be the criticized APC, not in the Parliament. Like go now one example. This guy, we got this guy they call Honorable Legacy. Nabi PMDC. At one point in time, under the APC, Legacy be actually they go against waiting in party one time for do PMDC in the favor of this under the APC in the favor of Anes Baikuma. And what in the Constitution say? 77K of the Constitution, 1991 Constitution say, when you then a Parliament, and then you they go against what your party believe on, they're supposed to pull you in a Parliament. And how them go pull you? When the leader of your party writes formally to the Speaker of the House for inform them about that decision. And then they're able to go and impeach you. But guess what? Because the APC be in a power, they're not able to do that to Legacy. Because Legacy, at one point, we turn the pine eye. They always dance to the tune of the APC, where in have been PMDC. So no way, no day, where they go pull them because APC need them in vote at every point in time. So you see how the caretaker them at every point, they control within the happen inside. In the House of Parliament, if you party small, and then you want to remain as somebody who is very powerful, just dance to the government of the day. It's simple, it's over. Watch how the C4C. Honorable Emasi Lamina, very powerful in the House of Parliament right now because it dance to the tune of this government. So we just for see how best we were able to put things them in place for make we able to get the situation where we want for fend or the better condition where we want for fend we safe. I read to na this thing quick. I see this thing on Facebook and na Prime Salon na in post on Facebook. Prime Salon. Listen what in Prime Salon say. Interesting. He say Sierra Leone is the only nation where its people replaces a crooks with another crooks after every 5 or 10 years. And they are wondering why they are wallowing in poverty. In other words, the two parties then go come say vote for me. But now your country, it be for say we replace stiff man with stiff man after every 5 years or after every 10 years. And then we begin wonder why we still there with the drown, with the swim, with the poto with body, with poverty. Listen what this other person say, Antonio Guterres. He say corruption is arms all, but the poor and vulnerable suffers most. Corruption arms all, but the poor and vulnerable suffers the most. In other words, they want they were in a position. The corruption they make, let them get more powerful. Let them get the arms them. But the poor people them, when now we vote, we continue for suffer in vulnerability, in poverty. It continue for say this anti-corruption day and every day, let's take a stand for integrity, justice, and accountability. When all of that and they will miss right now inside the country. But we the people don't see that. Government in, government out. We don't see that. Every time what we care about, and I'm party in power, I'm cool. Not only party in power, I am G3, I am vexed, I'm not cool. But when we go begin vote by policy, when we go begin vote based on how we want to see we country move, these are some of the big questions them when we ask ourselves every day. But notwithstanding, I think I get the chance or the opportunity for give you or for lay aguyeri waiting you think about all of waiting I don't talk so. Remember, we assess caretaker BO and Kande Yumkela 4 to 5 years in governance, waiting so far they don't do. You satisfied with waiting then they do, or you feel say then just they play with we. You feel say they honest, or you feel say then just dishonest and then they deceive we at every point in time. This is a program we are on YouTube and on Facebook. Please, if you're not subscribed yet, consider for subscribe now and turn on the notification bell. And at the same time, for you who not support we yet for we bad day, remember say we don't get $1,081 and we still get plenty way for go. We want for raise $5,000. But in the meantime, let me go now and begin here. Waiting you think about waiting I don't discuss for inside the program today. This is the program we have on YouTube and on Facebook. Yes, Kane Yumkela and Caretaker Bio, name we will look at today for assess them how they don't go so far with regards things them where they go on in the country. You think they're honest with we, or they're very much deceitful in the way how then they do things. Yeah, so you can call now and add a voice inside the program. I think I need to take short break.
Oh yes, plenty organization don't come and go, but this one come for stay because in M, not the heartbeat of God for help the poor and needy. It's the Sidra Women's Organization.
Sidra's Women Organization.
I never know that's what you know. For just click the audio number. Class start! We are starting up. These are what they speak English. I swear to God, right at a salon. What they speak with all the English here. I go do 7 years at university. Read this, done. I go read that in the back, done. I go read that, done. I don't know, you know what yourself. It's just, you know what point.
All right, yes, of course. Anybody will on all the country right now. Good one. Now, they determine what everything Caretaker be for do. The line open and tell me what you think about with regards to the issue of Kane Yumkela and Caretaker in 5 years. Now, governance. What thing you think say they don't do? They honest with the country or not? I don't take my time and explain what thing me sabi. And left to you. The reason why we open phone line now for let we always get on our own views and not say what thing we do. Now think this way now for everybody. So your own view very important into this. Tell me. What do you think about the issue that we don't talk about inside the program this evening? This type program we had on YouTube and on Facebook. We'll go to the first caller inside the program. Welcome to the show.
Sambe Pierre. Hi, Sambe Pierre. Hi.
How you doing?
I just want for give you a kudos tonight. You nailed it. You put her down to the layman, the simple form ever. You break everything that you just spread it. You open it for us, and it's sink as some of we had. It makes sense what you say, and I just want to give that to you tonight. You did awesome. This is your job. Please don't stop. Stay outside you did, okay?
Thank you.
Never come businessman, never talk lawyer. Stay right here. This is that God put you for make you day. And please, I'm serious. I just listen to you. It's like when you eat a good Irish butter, where just they melt in your mouth and with the nice hot bread. That's what I just feel tonight. I'm like, okay, and you hit a point whereby Adebayo they cost come on, remember why it cost up? Me they ask the questions. Why it cost up? Tonight you break them down for me. You make her understand why it cost up, and also you break them down to we for make we understand, make we know. Who are the way honest to the people in the salon? The games them, the roles of Kane Yumkela. Most people in this government, you don't know by the actions, by the words the way this pussy don't talk, and Bio in actions. You don't know who are there for Bio, who are the dance na the tune of Bio, who are Bio no say this pussy if I touch him, it's not gonna go that well with me. Come remember they lock him up because he knows too much about Maada Bio. Likewise, Kane Yumkela also knows, but Kane Yumkela, now how for throw in dice. Know how for dance to the tune of Bio. What if for say, certain buttons the way it push, where say this if I push him, I don't think say this man will spear me. But anyway, it left to the Sierra Leonean people them. This not for all, for make we, for make we learn, for make we know what they go on at the country. Make we take the step of the nonsense and make we make up our mind there, like you said. We not get institutions institutions there. We don't get nothing well laid down. You know, whether government come, it can't do so. Whether they can, it can't do so. So who do you get for whole to account? Tomorrow, you go say no, whether they can, that's what you do. So that's what we will continue for go on and go on. So please, Sierra Leoneans, you know, we have to you know, put Salon first, make we vote right, make we know the people that will want for putting that power. And also if Mr. How you call it, what's not the one he made say for APC, what's his name? Samura Kamara, if you're listening to this show, please, I think Yvonne Akisoya will be a good candidate for you. If you just pick Yvonne Akisoya, you work with this woman, I'm telling you, Salon is going to transform beyond with imagination. I'm telling you. And this is coming from somebody of your family member. We call me our phone. He keep me say, Amina, please pass this message. I said this is something when me say we don't always they talk, but I will make sure I emphasize on it. Say, Samura, please. Yvonne Akisoya is your best pick. Don't miss it. Don't litter. If you do, then I don't know what to say. Thank you guys, and we love you. Thanks for your support and everything. Bye.
All right, we got to another caller again. Welcome to the show, please. Your name and where you call from? Okay, if you use the phone, please now for pull another hear you fine.
Okay, I said I call from Tunisia. Alaji Umar.
Yes, Alaji, go ahead, please.
Mr. Bible, Mr. Semepe, like I talk about this parliamentary should have been and Maada. Now, 4 groups here would don't spoil the country. We immediately should have study because Maada, yes, we know say that they get the speaker at the house. But the opposition leaders there are the effort to destroy the country. Because why they say this? Now we get the NGC. The NGC get up to 4 seats. Then we get the C4C, they get something like 8 seats. Then we get the APC, they will get the Parliamentary there. So God and this, if the people are all kind into one, then put the country first. So God and this, the Abbas will not go do anything so far on a mess and a parliament day. Okay, for example, I remember when Ecowas do some debate, the APC was tawa, something and go one walk out. C4C no go join them. Say, okay, we could follow them and they want to position then at the betterness of Salo one. NGC no go say they join them and they are the Parliamentary no go say they join them because of what team they only underground heavy locking. Believe me, can't look at Motama, any George Motama, right now can't look at they take serious of bribes sometimes because before later I want change that they say, oh, this man don't change. They begin log game para. So he doesn't say they don't log game para, I don't see you know will get space again. In back come up for blue society, but believe me. Therefore, category sets and they make them like if this country will suffer, they go through lots of things there. They contribute a lot. So now my own contribution and they know more far.
All right, thank you very much. God bless you.
Yeah.
Go on the line again and take another call. Welcome to the show, please.
Hello, man. We heard.
Yeah, you first of all, I need for charge you. You know why I charge you?
No.
Because you been need for come the other day for give you an update on something, but you never come back.
Not true. I not be well as sick. Then secondly, the burial of them fake tears we then give them that pressure they be for me. And me one green the family above for do all them as passing in and that's because sorry
honestly,
about
we've been wait for get serious information and update with regards that August 10 burial day because you get a victim will be the part of that one day. When are the profile will get to right now?
That's not true. Not true.
All right.
I been get for left, go upline, go try for see how best to go put things in place after we and don't go put a fake box and then another place. He carry and treat we. I go flower, I go sick the Agmami brother.
It's okay. Sorry about that, and we're sorry for that. Anyway, go ahead. You get a few minutes for make your point.
Yeah. We had, we get a government today. Then just all way to them want for do now for brutalize people, bastard constitution. Do all way to them can when they feel say they go they for rig the election and try for impose themselves on we. But the God will make we all. It was not to God say make this man in another power day. I ain't gonna make all the bad way that they do we. God will make let and did it. But if not to that one day, by God in power, they're not going to be able to if we vote like the 156,988 votes. now God they be we now for make sure it disgrace them. They never disgrace. Once in life they will kill in this country, they're not precious. Then life then they not suffer for make them some of them vote for them because they kill some of them voters they mark. We tell God thank you. Because God now we for tell thank you to anything happen in our life. But this government, then go and then go pay for all we then do by the grace of God. Thank you very much, but I cannot block people.
Thank you. And one more for telling us, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Alright, this profile picture we see so we been the CISO. Now one of the one them we lost their life during the August 10 incident in the country. Anyway, we go on the line again and take another call. Welcome to the show, please.
Hello.
Yes, please, you're live.
Yes, Yumkela. Good evening.
How are you?
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Ahmed from UK. The brother, I know all watching are the top and watching are the analyze all day in place. You know, sometimes we not just disagree with this parliamentarians, but me and you understand governance system. The parliamentarians and then the whole governance responsible. Then guy and a parliament, we follow Yumkela before. When they be in opposition, the reason why people they blame this Terry today, I don't listen Tawa a few days ago with Ablukagu. Most of them, all them the agreements that we do in parliament. This guy know about that. So how on earth you now people, now leader, now parliament, look what this guy who talk now Ecowas. This guy did it. He promotes it, he not contribute. This guy he talk say the protesters they get machete, they get gone. You know, imagine that. And nobody not there in the opposition we can say something. You know, so understand that. So, you know, these people, they're not honest to Shalom. Forget if first by APC, all the opposition, because if there's anything parliamentarian, if they really stand for the people, they won't go to the team. Therefore, also, this is what we do, it's wrong. Then continue, shall we do so? We see how when
you see, when the worst thing that can ever happen inside the country, so with the PR system, because by then, now we the people now we for hold them to account, they're not they be accountable to it. If PR system can now the worst we can ever see in the country.
This PR system not go for work. They just they find a way for making them try to push out. How PR system work when constituency they exist. They know it.
Waiting to this talk na Ecowas Parliament.
Waiting
big mouth the line.
Me and you will go school where the basic governance system. Where me not to art students, me a pure science student. But we know for sure they know what's in the village. They just teachers are not put stupid who don't go school. The people they went illiterate are them boku. And the advantage they take away. But thank God people like Una today don't can na life. And Una they help for educate people. We go stand against these people. All they tell you, I know admire them people there. This guy na sell out. Me say they go with them, but to go that disagree with this guy now. All what you put them the chocolate, me say this guy now one of the biggest thieves that country. This Cherry Kuku. Now one of the biggest snitch and a criminal. And then they operate the operative. Believe in our operative, brother. Because we foresee how a leader of an opposition, the whole government is responsible. You alone, we for able to change things. Look at Yumkela with all the brother that then disappoint you. That the people in now will depend on themselves. Una you come in, the brother una you come in a glory to Sierra Leone. They see how they do so because una make people them open up. Una make people them open up and will follow. Now this thing don't happen today. Now look what the disgrace what the whole world is the no chat in the August 10 protest. The whole world know. BBC they broadcast and live. Now in this guy they should they go talk to them can talk here publicly. Nobody know for them and people in the feel pain when they listen. The common match when they listen they can talk here. They feel pain, the brother. No, how about that? No, just be sincere to yourself, my brother. This guy, Jericho could not fit for being leader. He not a leader. For me, he not do nothing. I will come to break a pattern because this is talking in debate. But this guy, what you do? All of them commission and parliament in a member. What you do?
Thank you.
And instead, it help for endorse bad things here. Thank you very much. What will continue for faith? May God bless you now. And we will continue with that. We just want to see sanity, peace in that country. We know the people of no political party. We know no political, no the giving money. No, me, I well okay with what I get. Thank you very much, brother. May God bless you now. God bless my family.
Thank you. All right, so if we can get free parliament like the South African parliament, it will be fine. Like the South African parliament where you get Malema, where they dethrone the one old president based on the things them even exposing corrupt acts and all. But with country, it's too sad, man. Welcome to the show, please. Your name and where you call from?
So how you do?
By God in power, they do fine.
Me say by God in power, they call for America.
Right, you lost a long time.
I know, my brother. Man, so much busy, but I'll call you personal. I will tell you the reason why. But anyway, I don't sit down, I don't listen to you, and this is the reason why it make me. You always take part, and I tell people about you guys, your forum, because you guys are very independent. You come out, you speak the truth, even though sometimes people don't like the truth. But you know what? So be it. When I listen to you today, when you analyze things about the parliament and the way the government they control people in that parliament, and then you educate people and try to teach people the way they go out, say, oh, this person they talk this person they do this person they do that. But you already make it clear out there for make people understand, especially those where they go out and say, hey, this person they talk, this person they this. But guess what? When you talk, the bullet they come at your head. Even when you talk, still people saying they talk. But you don't already go out there, you don't try for. And I hope, what you try for teach people today, people will learn from you, particularly the way you break it down. Say, well, this evil government control everything in our country. And if you try for talk, they will rip you, they will shred you to pieces. But at the same time, they say, oh, it's only the government person and the head of the opposition. One or two person, that's it. But the rest, that's it. The rest, I don't care if you're in opposition, you don't get right for open your mouth and talk. No, that's how democracy. And I like one thing where you talk about system. Who say we did so American, a system and build this country. When one government come out, when the next one come, it need for continue from which side the one they left. No, but we own country, no, not lie. One is by come away and Maada come inside, say, but not in a big fool. Now me on how they look at.
We just keep staying the same.
That's why we know the move. We still in the same position with the go merry-go-round, round the circle all the time. There is no progress because we feel say we know what we don't know. Because we don't get system. Until we build the system in our country, trust me, we will see the difference. But how are we going to build a system? When those who thought they are educated like that Keketuma will be the last Swiss, where they came yesterday, they think that they know anything. They don't know nothing. But you can't say nothing. This is how the country do day. It is sad. With people are suffering.
Thank you very much.
It is sad. Thank you, my brother.
God bless you. All right, we'll go to the next caller. Welcome to the show, welcome to the show.
Hello, King Pierre, how you do?
Tell God thank you, are you safe?
Tell God thank you. This is Madame Amina Bangbatu.
Welcome, ma. How you do?
Tell God thank you. First of all, I want to congratulate you for the efforts where you take for break down all the doubts that we people can get, and that was a very beautiful thing, because like the last speaker where they talk say people they don't understand, and when they don't understand and they just feel say no more, the people they wait for represent them, they don't want to talk. But I get one problem with this whole thing. When you look at the Ecowas meeting where they were then go then this year, the time when they left na salon, people then begin the baranta and say, Chairman Bano they talk. He grab, he go up on this meeting. Yeah, he be hurry me a little bit, and he feel worried. But because he go up on that meeting, I somehow encourage myself, say, okay, now other thing they go for good. Let's see what he go bring up. Why is this stupid system where they have like people there they try to pass the PR system, they go to the parliament, they even work some parliamentarians out, under the right way they're supposed for, this is their right, for revoke whatever it is when they try for impose on them. Now, the same Cherno Bar go na the meeting where we all be they expect say, if I say something, up to now, I try for see, I know there is anything that this man go say. And all I hear about is the guy who go represent the SLPP, because I saw me they put they lie, they make me believe, they ask me for why they lie, and they tell like say, you know, get life. You see the trouble where they go on now in yard. This man is to join that they talk, say everything is okay. The protestants they get gone, they get started. I don't know, but then they got to go punish and say it died like this.
You see, other members of parliament them defend the people of the country, but we know here, like you rightly say, something will come up from Chernobyl. And then we hear the speaker of the Ecowas parliament will double for be SLPP strong man. The lie protesters them will be very, very, very painful to the hearts of people.
Yes, yes. And now, it's not like not he alone go. What he paid me more. I listen to Colonel Goita and Ibrahim program yesterday, and I read some part of the debate or the presentation where these stupid idiots give, and they argue say, you don't know who side the APC member they go. One lady was supposed for they went Cherno, they now they swing like a screen wiper, like wearing the guy there and I know succeed, the other back succeed. But mind you, them people there now we money that they eat. Now taxpayer them money they pay for them to travel, they go, they come, they go, they come. Now the mommy says for day that he talk, she was nowhere to be found. And the disgraceful thing is, the same man they talk say, me no know, not to me that present to them. It was a shameful thing. It's very painful, very disturbing. And if that is the case, then people go say that they go represent APC, and at the end they not represent them. Then they return back to the taxpayer and the money because they not go do nothing where they go for go to.
All right.
That's not me. Beyond take my heart today. That's a lot of people that rise against the people that when they return the money because they know what they do. Whatever game they play, it's left to them. If you go outside and go represent somebody, you get for do what you're supposed to do. Thank you and have a nice day.
God bless you. Oh, sorry. We got to another caller. Very sorry if you not be done say last word yet. Welcome to the show.
Good evening, Weird.
All right, go ahead, please.
One thing I want to say, you see, when I play one clip yesterday with the Ecowas Parliament, if you not follow the Ecowas Parliament, the full clip or the full detail, but I would really know say the nil will all, including the one we call we impossibly involved by the August 10 issue. Understand? Now go through. When I just type the 5th Parliament legislature for the Ecowas. You understand? When I will get the full detail. Hello?
Who's I for type for them?
The 5th Parliament legislature for the Ecowas. When they get 2 different ones, when they get 4 hours to a minute, when they get 3 hours to a minute, when I follow them, then when I will get the detailed report.
Okay, the 5th Parliament legislature, eh?
Yes, for the Ecowas.
Okay, go ahead.
Then talk about we for over 30 minutes. They will not see let's see how the make they say then we send people for can do investigations anyway. But anyway, I don't know which how they go. Yeah, thank you very much.
So
God bless you.
Legislature of the Ecowas Parliament. 3
yes,
hours.
Exactly.
And almost hours.
The first one are 4 hours.
Okay, so the 4 hours then you get everything in tea?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, 4 hours, 21 minutes. Yes, I don't see how.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you
exactly.
very much.
So, our let's sit down quietly and watch and throughout. They will know how they need the government. Yeah, thank you very much. God bless.
Thank you. All right, thank you for this wonderful information. I'll be one for Siam. Now I don't see him. And of course, the Speaker of the Ecowas Parliament, when at Tunis, 9 days at the first pitch where I see. Anyway, it's nice that I see this particular thing. Thank you very much, and I will take note of him. Ecowas Parliament. Okay, I'll take, let me see, I'll take 3 more calls if you're available. 3 more calls. If not, I think I need to go and make busy corner and watch this video to the rest, to the best of my ability. I will forget something and then I will come back and tell you what I see. But in the meantime, the title of the 5th legislature of the Ecowas Parliament. But anyway, with the time for put them down for you. First of all, copy. Yes, thank you. Okay, I think say calls them down. We don't get low season. We don't get low season. So what we do now, we can wrap up the program because calls them not look they come inside again. So yes. Yes, let me see. Okay, we don't get call. Welcome, sir.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, I hear live, sir.
Yeah, me, I don't get too much for story.
Okay.
I think say the government they fail woefully and terribly because first of all, when the government come, they focus on attacking and destroying the opposition or destabilizing the opposition instead of focusing on things that will bring development in the country, like for providing skills training for youths and with them gainfully employed, you know, addressing the bread and butter issue and the economy will be known better than the previous regime, you know. But then come now revenge their cows instead of attacking the issues when are the real issues them. So now the government they're not able, and at the same time we they blame the parliamentarians them, but we also go for blame the justice system of the country. The APC parliamentarian then they try in their own little way, but me can always say them for put more effort, they for galvanize into action and not say what you get for B, this for B. Just like one time when the results say when they don't say they invite them 3 member of parliament and CID, we all the way and go put in on ourselves, but see. But when it comes to decision making in the parliament, the final say like when somebody been talking, the votes and the vote, so they're not just simple majority. Even with all the numbers we APC get, if they vote, Abdul we don't explain that the paramount chief they always vote for the government. C4C and NGC they all come together. So now the dangerous people and they don't pull the society, they don't help for destroy the structure of the road and for the play. Because if then they stand firm, they say no, this is we are the opposition. We are seeking the interest of the masses. We know the government will come in the chief.
The paramount chief them then dangerous. Because we
feel
that they for be apolitical and they for vote based on the issue where they suffer the people.
You see, I mean the government they feel say they ride smoothly, then they get a seamless transition. Not to know they happen now the country because the MP at the end of the day, even the APC MP, they fear for their own lives at the extent. Even if they do something, they go to court now both because they know at the end of the day they will begin a drag foot by the whole case. Look the case they waiting a court to the opposition and case them. Which they will give a verdict for them. You understand? So
that is why at some point I agree with Adebayo say the member of parliament they need forgive them small break because they beat them. But not what I know they support them in all case.
The first time in the history of this country for they don't fetch that parliament. Just look what even when they talk say if you talk against your party and for pull you. Me, I feel anybody who is sincere as Sierra Leone and let them pull in and let go join other party. They work a shoulder eye, they will respect you for that. That audio one have been played for that woman at parliament, that video. And I mean, I listen different speakers, part of that woman. The other people who been talk other things the way you go admire them. Member of parliament condemn the government, condemn the debate on the budget. Not to that woman, you know, listen different other speaker them back. With them even tell say this is not necessary because there are things that which we need to address as member of parliament. You understand? So all in so by the end of the day, when they talk say, oh, at the end of the day, go police person and party. Look, that's how they talk. Recently, I listen on AYV. I think they go try for talk on something. Now it defend the government. And when even when this Mikhail Kurman APC they try, it's about trying to be talking at parliament, but because of one reason, and now you talk in favor of your party. And that's not hypocrisy. When you don't say this, not right.
So
no
you
turn
say
right to
something
left.
Today, if we say stuff where they talk so one for be honest, number one, in as much as we say Tawa for stand up for certain things, then but get for look say, okay, this person, in as much as they defend the country, they talk for the country, but they defend it hand too much. If the time when even get the punishment, you ask yourself question, how many people rally behind them?
I know. Well,
and
listen,
then
just
if
like
you can't
this
come
one,
out to that parliament stage, and not get things to eat, who that go get?
Well, what about Femi Clothes School? Recently,
Femi never go to parliament. Femi just belong to
I know he never go to parliament, but even talk says so they go arrest me because they still get in passport. But it's still the talk. It's still not a relent. It's still the talk. That's what they expect. For talk.
Femi and Tawan are two different scenarios. Femi, I respect him because of what he stand for. But I tell you for real, and not in the position yet. I can always say, who don't not reach up to that position, they can respect him. But I'm not in too much because if when you reach there, you do something now, then assign you for real.
You see, like they talk, this government, look, for instance, recently, somebody now, they seen a Lumley, they go attack him just because SNP want to hold meeting in house or in business place. The man employed 27 people. I get that video. We don't send up for now.
I get that video. They interesting about
yes, imagine. And some of the people they employ now, SNP member, they go just because they did. Yeah.
You see them thing and that just to show you the business atmosphere, why people not agree for open business inside the country. Long term,
of
we don't
course,
talk about
this. And people, so I will succeed.
You know, I wish you could left that one day for tomorrow. We can't talk about tomorrow.
Local content. And just imagine, now somebody will talk, so then they blame Anis Kumar. They say Anis Kumar was the first president and the first government to give chance to local content.
Yes.
Even if they didn't gentle, they don't get money today when they defect against APC.
Yes.
So, yes, then they give them business for construct to do other things.
And Argentina are the first person when that's a low
yes.
person.
Now, and come on, I can't start that for promote local content. You know, who say we get to people when engineer, we go people when I architect to forgive any chance to let themselves go. Yeah, all right. So I will just stop there. You learn all the line too much. God bless you now.
All right, let's take this other call. Quick one. The Algerians, they really the kind inside. Well, let's try and see this other one. Let's see. 1, 2. Okay. Welcome to the show. Yes, talk loud, small. If you use headphone for pull and please.
It's a quick question for you, sir.
Yes, sir.
The Parliamentary there is no day for me them pull out of salon politics. Give me the Sierra Leone chiefdom there.
The constitution, I don't give the rights to that. So for now, no.
But the same constitution, but people have been salon people have stand against the city where they for Sierra Leone chiefdom. They will not want them to come on at this parliament.
So now you go back to one thing way until they do constitutional review before we're able to reach to that point. For now, whether salon people stand or not, in all the work.
Because them I don't get no use thing what they do for salon people. No interest no they do for salon people.
Because they all want to get recognition, so then just they do things where the government want. Of course, they want Mutuka, they want to get salary and all of them things and they. So that is it.
I mean, they get a chiefdom then. They get a chiefdom there. They make serious money then at the chiefdom there.
So until we change the constitution and change certain clause there inside the constitution, it will still remain that way, my brother.
Anyway, like I talk about this constitution, I need for change. But if you not talk about a problem, saloon, the maintenance of saloon, then Parliamentary, I need for pull and parliament. Trust. I ain't got no more, bro.
Thank you. Okay, I will see if I can get the one last call with the car inside. We will be the last caller for this night. Last year, that could be the last lucky caller for this program this night. This night program we had on YouTube and on Facebook. You where they watch me right now, you not subscribe yet, please consider for do so now. 18 members then they where they watch me right now. We're not subscribed yet. And please, we want to talk about one very important thing. But in the meantime, I'll take this last caller.
Hello?
Welcome to the show. You're the very last caller for the program.
Hello?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Eh, well, I get loco. This is greeting first.
Okay.
The three body them, we make we call saloon, then corrupt to the highest point.
And that includes
the legislative, the judiciary, and the executive.
Correct.
And the most corrupt one, now we the people them.
Because now we don't know what to want, correct?
Because one, now we know not only we don't know what to want, is that we do use sentiments in the line of tribal or Aleki because it's a bit talk, your voice sweet, you know. We get a inferior sentimental activity in our system. And the only way Salon go before, now when we begin to put Salon first. You see, the first thing that Salon wait for scrap, and then chieftaincy, then chief them. Therefore dismiss them, therefore take power from them. They're not getting no use of that country day. How you get a country we get two system? You get police get your law, the chiefs get your law, the chief get your security. You get how to call them city council day, instead get your own police officer. We the chief go say no, this not my own law, this not my own land. On our own police or our own law, no they work or affect the chief in your law. All the village system in the 18th century, nobody need them anymore. The country forget one great law.
You did it? After 5 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sorry about that. We make a very important point, but we're not able for Mekele you get your points done. So the line they connect. So because of that, let me see if you can get a complimentary call for Dandy. Yes. Hello, caller. By the grace of God, you're very lucky for being the last caller. Hello,
yes, so and thank you very much, Mbe Pierre. I'm glad you for contribute to this program.
Okay, we are glad to get you. Will they get you?
Did they get me?
Clear and loud. Go ahead and make your point.
Waiting down another caller be says Mbe Pierre, I support this person. When he said this Parliament chief they are them for go find another work, let them left that Parliament for the Parliamentary and them.
Okay.
That na my only contribution I get because I support what he say.
All right.
Now the only corrupt this country.
Thank you very much. Wait, look and say we'll just take this as a bonus. We don't take the last call, but you know a bonus.
Yes, thank you. Look like I always working at this place here.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Elijah, they come from Virginia.
All right.
Yeah, big brother. You see, one thing what they say, Salon, that the country this will be say, we need to take things serious.
Okay, how?
You know, we didn't know people them, we didn't know certain people they will be say, we not for joke with them, but with like this man so, this Tawaba, this man way not to Tawa, this man way gonna Ecowas Parliament will be the two deadlines then they.
Tune in, since the Ecowas speaker.
Yes. This man deliberately they lie for people them. He they lie. Even the people then they watch him. They watch him and the man they talk they talk and they. If na country say people they really take things serious. Man like that they need near any side when a public place or any entrusted office for that country day. He go either go do farm or work for himself. But and if also take the consequences for voting that we don't do, and they go and lie for the people in that country. Maada Bio, your side, that man they know exactly what he be doing to. He knows, he not even get back to Maada Bio, he know. If he can listen, all he interviews them during the time where they talk to CNN. That journalist will be the interview. He talks, he put people in the street. That man, if the one, they want to take excuse for him. But that man, he know everything what he be there about for do. When he take power, in a life, they like people them. He know be they talk not to years. So I can come and tell people, they say, oh, if you not give me power, I go be so. But when I can know what he deceive people them. He deceive people them. When that reason they for make Maada Bio pay for, it deceive people them. It over people them. It know say people they need changes. They need. It can't. What can I do for that? this. Then when he come, he betrayed people them. That man a criminal. Now the real definition of Solomon, where we not get integrity, we dey lie for people them, we dey talk things same, we need to respect words. Whatever we say, we need to respect them. We already lie. When they come back, we need to get that shameless that we say, when you talk word, if you make sure say that word we talk, if you walk towards them, Maada be a criminal. A criminal. You know everything what they about for do.
Thank you
and
very much.
It counts hatred for the people them. It's na something like what's for I don't know that word where they can talk.
All right, thank you very much.
I believe
God bless you, my brother.
For everything. What did they don't do? Thank you.
All right, okay. In the very last caller for today on program. Of course, we know they take any more call. One for appreciate una for una time where una don't call, una don't like, una don't share, and una don't subscribe. We appreciate una all. Well, now so we will left the program for today until we meet again. Tomorrow now we program. Now for blow your mind, yeah. The truth you get for say, yeah. Tomorrow I want to talk about doing business in Sierra Leone. Remember we promised a long time. I think it's about time because we don't see the thing that we have been talk about long time ago. When most of us are not been the see, don't the happen now. The thing when Mr. Kamal make reference one and Sister me send all of them video to me as well. Anyway, I also go left for now today until we meet again. It's another beautiful edition of the program where na blow your mind. My name is Sembe Pierre, the freedom fighter. God bless you, country Sierra Leone, where we call we are. Thank you all very much. We love you now. Please, if you want for support we for the birthday, as we raise 5,000, we already don't get 1,081. Please, you can do so on MoneyGram Ria transfer with whatever you get. Send them to Amina Bangura na United States. Or you can do so on PayPal. Check for Sama Kuroma, SAMMA Kuroma. Or you can do so through ZELLE or CASHAPP. Watch in the description box the number for the ZELLE and CASHAPP already today. Or YouTube the message pinned there where you go able to forget. Well, until we meet again, send me Pierre the freedom fighter. I'll take this phone where we left the program with Adebayo. So just make a student and don't hold the country to ransom.
Adebayo don't get that to you. For just click the audio number. Class done! We are starting up. These are what they speak English. I swear to God, right at the salon. Yeah, but let's see, pass me. What they speak with all the English here. I go do 7 years at university. Read this, done. I go read that in the back, done. I go read that, done. I don't know, you know what yourself. You just know what part. I never with all the PhD where SWP gets Dr. Moina Shenge, Dr. Ngajongoe, Dr. Mundangoe, Dr. Beke students I study this. Madame, call her Doctor Julius Brigadier, retire Colonel. Adeba, you don't suffer with him, Beke paper. All the time you know the corner, Beke students I said. Hey, baby, I swear to God, all the offices them. Then they go all the nationalists no more. All man they watch them for waiting they come. No student will make more so. Now them panic one day so right now. Can you imagine Beke student with all the English or go land at university? Where is somebody say, I read development and economics. I'm an economist. I'm a sociologist. I'm a botanist. Yes, I'm a chemist. I'm a this. I never I'm a Beke. You know, study water. I have PhD in prosthetic legs. I have PhD. Apart University. Yes, yes. University of Washington. But guess what? Now it's steady whistle. The steady we put you in a one environment. All man they make no more money. That's why they look so. I swear to God, who boss? When Lord Paddy Moskai, they send the driver first. Go watch in a street now. They go watch, they can't tell her. They clear. They say, nothing really, yeah. Which all now PhD loud, a professor, who boss a professor. In book learning, now in the cable, they control so. When I say can walk. If you see don't drive, you don't go inside, boop, in a command. See when he tell me he's sending the driver back. If you ever go watch that, I can't tell back. He said the party like I look for the street. But guess students,